Hello and welcome. I'm Mario, and today I want to show you why all the adverts for power stations are trying to fool you. If you've been shopping for or looking at adverts for a power station or solar generator, you've for sure seen a graph or a table like this, or this, or this. All these tables take into account some losses for the inverter efficiency or for the regulation circuitry of the DC output. What they don't tell you though is that there are additional losses just for the unit being turned on. Your average power station has a discharge efficiency between 80 and 90%. Some are better, some are worse, but it will be in this ballpark. So from a nominal capacity of 1000 watt hours, you'll only get out between 800 and 900 watt hours. This is still considered in the tables from marketing. These figures though are usually measured at a rather fast discharge of the batteries. Industry standard is a discharge rate of 0.2 C, meaning that you empty the complete battery charge within 5 hours. So what does this mean for us? Using high draw appliances like an electric grill, a blender, you will probably reach or maybe even slightly exceed the figures given in the ads. Looking at low draw appliances though, it suddenly looks a lot worse. Why is this the case, you may ask? Simply put, the electronic circuitry in the power station will draw a minimum current whenever it is turned on, independent of what the actual load is. In my measurements on 3 power stations I've personally tested, I observed between 10 watts and 30 watts of standby consumption while no load was being connected. The larger the inverter, the higher the standby consumption will be in most cases. Let's look at the example of this light here. Actual consumption of the light is 10 watts. Average standby consumption of an inverter in a large power station, 20 watts. Total consumption, 30 watts. In other words, you'll not be running this light for 150 plus hours, but only 50. And these 20 watts are already for a pretty high efficiency unit. The situation is similar with DC outputs, as nearly all currently available power stations feature a so-called regulated output, meaning that the output voltage is independent of the voltage of the actual battery. This is important so your devices still receive a high enough voltage while the battery voltage drops, as well as most high power stations using batteries higher than 12 volts anyway. This circuitry will also consume power while providing the stabilized output voltage. While in many cases the losses here are lower, the connected devices are usually also much lower power ones. If you think back to my title item of your phone, what is the charging speed? If you still reuse a regular USB Quick Charge 3.0 port, it is limited to 18 watts. Even most newer devices don't charge above 30 watts. Add to this that you'll probably not be sitting next to your phone waiting to unplug it and turn off the power station as soon as it's finished charging, and you'll suddenly not use 12 watt hours for an iPhone 13 Pro or 17 watt hours in an iPhone 13 Pro Max, but more likely 20, 25 or even more watt hours of your power station's battery capacity. So to sum it up, here's my recommendation. Before choosing or buying a power station, write down which devices you intend to use, together with the typical power draw. Then find some reliable information on the efficiency of the unit you are looking at buying and recalculate the runtime to see if it fits your requirement. There's plenty of YouTubers doing all kinds of tests, and I'm sure you'll be able to find the information. I wish all of you a nice day and hope you feel a little better informed now. If you've watched this far, you may be interested in some future videos of mine, so please check back for new content and leave a like if you feel my content was useful to you. Bye.